We went back and contacted the merchant that would provide the cards, and any unused cards, we're essentially buying all these cards in advance and loading them with the money. And let's say you buy a card, throw it in your glove box and never use it. At a certain point when the program ends, the town would get that money back, dollar for dollar. So there is no money that the vendor would have as a result of, unused cards or cards that were either lost or it doesn't become the funds of the vendor. It's like a bank account that the town is just depositing the money into. The true focus of this program is not the $25,000. Now, we did bump this up slightly this is funded through ARPA, and we would take that money from the ARPA allocation that we have, and this will actually be our first expenditure under ARPA of the $1.5 million that we currently have. It's about the prospect of making the $250,000 of locally generated transactions as a result of that $25,000 invested. So I'd ask for your support for this program. This is a good program. I think it benefits the town and our small businesses that have been impacted by COVID.
Just a question. That length of time before the card expires and goes back to you, what is that length of time?
We have to pick an end date for the program, so that would be, if we establish it, I would see that if there's any funds remaining, once we hand over the program to our merchants that are operating this and want to participate in the future, that we would close it out and take whatever funds were remaining.
Is there a way to track the success of it? What percentage of that money is spent?
So the metric is we're able to see through the vendor, swipeit.com, where the cards are being spent and how many have been cashed in.
Okay.
So that's the metric that we'll provide the feedback to the merchants saying, hey, this is where the cards are at, this is how many are remaining. In the event, though, that's our kind of way of leveling the cards between the merchants. So let's say one merchant runs out and another merchant's not even handing them out, right? Then we can readjust and move those cards over. The example we used was if I went to a business and bought, $100 worth of stuff, I would get 2 cards, and then I would go to, let's say, a restaurant in town that's participating and have lunch. So that's how we see it. We do think that these will actually go pretty quick. Our target date is St. Patrick's Day. This year to have these up and running.
I make a motion to approve Measure 2022-033, approval of the transfer of $30,150 of ARPA funding for a North Attleboro Buy Local program.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes 6-0. Thank you, Mr. Borg. Thank you, Ms. Cathcart.